What's up everyone, this is Cher talking, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be talking about the new conquest called Hopping SaGa Onsen Conquest. I did this during my live stream, but now I'm making a separate video so that we can talk about strategies. There are new stages as well. The first thing we need to talk is the shop. The shop now is good. It probably gets something else later, but we do have two different weapons. A hero Knuckles. This is not the best martial arts weapon. This one has too much love and charisma, made for Kaiser, but he does not need this little status. So if you want to upgrade a martial arts weapon, upgrade the other ones, they are better. There is also this balloon club that's actually made for Ginny and Will, because it's actually elemental based and increases intelligence. Ginny at the buffer, she needs intelligence. Apart from that, you have the standard stuff like platinum tickets, pieces of the new styles, this book package, separate books, and amplify badges. These are the most important things alongside flashstone medals and gold pieces. With that said, there are event missions, but they are easy to do. Now we just have to go here now to co-op. So now that we are on the map, we have plenty of different places to go. The starting point is this one, and there is small, medium, and large nodes. Smaller nodes have enemies, plenty of them, for 2 waves. Then the medium nodes will have only one large enemy in 2 different waves. And then the large nodes will have bosses. There's one thing we need to know. The small and medium nodes have the same HP cap, so you can reach as much as 17th, 7th. So that's actually 20 more points than the past events and story mode. It's okay, but actually the bosses nodes have even more, 20 points more, so 17's 90. The first one is Shuzer. Shuzer is weak to shadow and slash damage. For this strategy, I am bringing Saruin and young Gustave in the Amazon Great formation. Saruin is here and I got Obliterate. And then I have young Gustave, and he has running slash inherited. You need to bring 3 trainees that are slash damage dealers, and you can finish this in 2 turns. So Obliterate's gonna do very good damage right from the start. Sometimes he gets a buff, sometimes he doesn't. This time he didn't, so we'll see how much we can do without Saruin buff. And these trainees here are pretty bad characters. Very old ones. This is not a new Rukh, right? It's the platinum one that no one uses. The damage from this setup is mostly from turn 1. So your trainees, you have to help a little. Now the second strategy is much funner. We can just bring here Christmas Urpina with cross-break inherited. Don't bring full HP stun, sometimes we may take some damage. And then Bertrand in the back line, but there's a trick to this Bertrand. He's gonna use Dry Slot on turn 2. I know he has a passive that only increases damage for 1 turn, but he's gonna use Wind. The enemy is also weak to Shadow. But then on turn 2 he goes fast, does a lot of damage, and then Urpina sometimes will just finish it off. Your trainees can be anything here. They just rock with their damage and do like at least 90% of the boss HP. Okay, so cross break right on start deals a lot of damage, and she's still on full HP. Well, we got even a 5 people combo. Oh my god, I don't think Shuzer's too fast as well. That's why we got this. It's not needed. He attacks twice, and now Bertrand uses his fast attack. And Magia formation increases both STR and intelligence, meaning that Nocturnal Chase is going to do a lot. And now cross break time, and boss is dead. One last idea against Shuzer is to bring the Mystics. Mystic Asellus and Mystic Illdon. They are pretty strong here because of how they work. Just get Illdon Phantom even to 8. To not break his BP cycle, and Asellus, you're gonna leave her with the Azure Gale on 11, so she goes with Mirage Slash Kick first and then Azure Strife. You can also bring 3 trainees and try to bring Slash Damage Dealers to help out. And against Shuzer, it's seem to be easier to bring Slash than Shadow, but there are other options. If you have the newest Rukh, she's gonna do a lot as well. So one good thing about Asellus is that she deals critical damage against humans, so the damage will be very good. Let's see, we're doing combo again with very bad units in the back row, because Shuzer don't seem to be so fast. We haven't even seen Nazra Gale. Exactly, Azure is trying. See, critical damage, and if Shuzer attacks Mystic Asellus, she counters even better. Okay, now there are two bosses that have the same weaknesses now. We talk about Beast Lord, but it can also be another one. That is the Arachne. So Beast Lord is here, right close to the entrance. And then the other boss is this one here, and is the Arachne. And let me tell you, this one has a little more HP from what I saw. So focus more on this one, Beast Lord. Let's go against this one. My first strategy brings Deadly Pierce X, and I have here on the tops my Darque, and I'm gonna use Stinger twice instead of Kaleidoscope. It deals a little more damage. And then I have Claudia, she's gonna inherit Reverie 3 shot and then use Healing Arrow. With that, you can bring 3 Trainees as well. They may need to attack, but you can still do it in 2 turns. Once again, we got a combo. It's easy to get combos on Deadly Pierce X formation because it increases the turn order. The higher your turn order and the speed of your attacks, the higher your chance to get a combo. That's why it's so good to farm with this formation. Well, this time we'll kill with Stinger, the others will not need to attack, but it's because we got a combo. And another good way to go after this boss is by the use of Amazon Raid X, if you have Pierce attackers that uses spears or anything else. Matriarch has a good attack, Ritual of Wisdom, that can even fix some BP cycles since she buffs 1 BP to everyone. Then after that I use Light String Lunge. 2 characters that I'm training are Minerva with her multi-trust, and then also Ferdinand by inheritance of Starry Rush. So yeah, he's gonna use this twice. And 2 trainees only on this strategy. In this strategy, the results can be different because your attacks will hit between 2 to 4 times, depending on the amount of hits you get. If you get the max number of hits, depending on your trainees, you can do this in 1 turn. But if you don't get as many hits, you just need an extra one, then that will be okay. Still fast. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the best boss to fight so far, and it's this one here. The name of this is Wood Lord. I don't know why this is the name of the boss, and it's super weak to blunt and heat, so we can do something here. There's many heat attackers and blunt attackers. For the first one, I'm gonna bring heat specialists with scatter explosions. Another one that works here is a Lunar New Year Blue, just fine, but I brought my Even If This Body Burns Polka with scatter explosions and Barthelemy with scatter explosions too, so they together will do a lot of damage. And you can also bring Lunar New Year Blue if you don't have one of them. So depending on the number of hits you get with your characters, this may take 1 turn or 2 turns. You got 5 hits with Polka, no, with Barthelemy, and 3 hits with Polka, so pretty close of killing. Depending on the power of your trainees, you can finish in 1 turn. But the focus is those 2. Barthelemy and Polka and scatter explosions are what makes this fast. The next one, I'm using Amazon Raid X. I placed the Mystic Asellus in the front line because she actually does blunt damage too. She's gonna use Mirage Lash Kick first and then Azure's Strife. I also have Summer Elizabeth, she buffs blunt damage and also Dual Hammer. We can also inherit Frying Japan. I'm bringing this to show that you can bring characters that use STR and do blunt damage. Ginny is also here as a trainee, she's just a new character, and you can bring 2 trainees in this. The turn 1 damage with Asellus is not so high, but turn 2 is. Does enemy only attack once on turn 1? This attack is just so funny. Yeah, now it's gonna die. It's the best boss to fight because he had only 1 attack on turn 1. Oh yeah, you attack it. Asellus, she counters. Next strategy brings bullet shift formation, and I have Roufas in the front line because he's gonna use gun and blade. This formation increases gun damage by slot 1 and 5. And I have my Emelia here in the back. He can also be the newest one with bullet dance inherited, bow thrower increased. You can bring 3 trainees, but most of the damage will just come from Roufas and Emelia. There we go. Roufas in the front line, gun and blade. We got a combo here with the trainees, but it's not needed. Remember that this boss only attacks once, so this can still be pretty fast. Only attacks once on turn 1. And the last one is the best one so far. Yeah, I have the latest version of Jo. She's gonna use that Spectable Portal, and then she's inherit J::Turn from her old style from Halloween. But if you don't have, just use Frostfire is okay too. And then on the SR position I have Rukh for Rainbow Rangers, increase not kill wrecker, so that he's gonna use Hammer Roll. This is enough to just kill this boss in 2 turns. But bring trainees that can do something here, either blunt or fire. Well, Rukh's gonna do a lot of damage right from the start. I don't know who goes first. Well, it was Jo. Jo is dealing 150,000 damage here, it's just super high. It's kinda almost the same as Rukh. It's insane, I didn't know she had so much damage hidden. See, we almost killed it in 1 turn. Everyone can kill in 1 turn if they bring stronger trainees. And then J::Turn is just an extra here, guys. 47,000. With that said, this is the last strategy, yet the best one. If you have it, you can just farm super fast. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to support the channel, there are links on the description of the video. I hope to see you soon in the next one. Bye.